happy Memorial Day, or rather, make sure you give a little time of silence for those we've lost, and don't just barbecue it away. It's Monday, the Memorial Day. I am headed to my manager meeting. We meet every Monday to discuss things that need fixing, to just catch up with everybody so everybody's on the same page and that we are all accounted for. So I have my manager meeting today, and then after, of course, every Monday I play D&D with a group of friends. We go over to my friend Risa and Randy's house, and our friend Justin joins us, and we play D&D. Tonight we are continuing our journey in Mad Mage. It's a dungeon quest that Randy is DMing. Last week we did a one-shot, or rather, I guess a 2-day quest because I had missed one of the days, so they continued it. In our last campaign for Waterdeep, in which we had to rescue one of our PCs, McGruff, but funny enough, the person who played McGruff ended up DMing that session because he had a really great idea for it. And we did that, and we had to rescue McGruff from Midnight Tears, which is a poison, and there's a party going on at the Castle Lanterns, yada yada. I'm not going to go into it for those of you who aren't interested in D&D, but maybe I'll do some videos recapping some of our adventures, because they get pretty funny. I guess the highlight that Risa says of our last campaign is we're battling, and I encounter an enemy that is just for me. They just want to kill me. And I play Lilac, a changeling druid. She did not originally know she was a changeling. She knew she was a druid, of course, but she did not know she was a changeling, and kind of had to figure that out. She could just change her appearance according to her emotions, and she just never really understood. And she was a servant for House Violent, which is a monster house. Not monster house, they're a house that collects and sells monsters to battle, so kind of like dog fights, but with monsters and things like that. And I wasn't treated very well. I was taken off the street at a young age, and I was made to train and take care of monsters, and Lilac is all about animals and anything that isn't human. She loves it. She basically just wants to take care of it, be its friend. So even the most sinister animals or creatures or beasts or monstrosities, she finds adorable and loves them very much. So a lot of those creatures in the Dungeon of Violence Manor were on her side. Going back, she kills Violent with the help of McGruff and Vex. And after she's been kidnapped, she ends up killing him. Two of my greatest moments is I decide to turn into his wife. I enchant him, and then I turned into his wife, because I can do that as a changeling, as I can turn into somebody else. I just can't change my clothes. So I cast enchant person, I turned into his wife, and I made him believe that I was his wife, and that if he killed the people around me, he would obviously kill me. It was ingenious. He did figure out I was enchanting him at one point, but by that we had gotten him close enough to us. And McGruff did most of the damage. He says I killed him, but McGruff did most of the damage, and that's Justin. Of course, Justin did most of the damage. But I did take the killing blow while giving him a kiss on the lips and changing back into Lilac as that happened. It was a pretty great moment of storytelling. Fast forward to this last one-shot campaign in which his wife, Lily, Violent, is at this party, and she wants vengeance on Lilac. And what we didn't know is Lily is a druid as well. But I don't know, I guess she's human. I don't know what I think she's a warlock or something. She's a warlock. I don't remember. I just know she's a druid. She turned into a bear and bitch slapped Lilac. And that's how I found out. And we were engaged in this giant battle, but I couldn't help anybody else because I was dealing with Lily. So McGruff goes down for probably the second time that night, and we need to heal him. One, from his wounds, and two, we need to get him the cure for the midnight tears as it was clocking down. So this is a very time-sensitive thing, and our DM, Justin, is very good about knocking down those minutes as we're trying to do everything. So as it's happening, McGruff goes down, and I'm currently a dire wolf fighting a bear. So what ends up happening is Lily, it's my turn, and I have the choice of curing McGruff because I only have one action, or taking care of Lily, who's gonna get 2 attacks on me anyways. So I asked the question, if I move, she gets an opportunity attack, right? And he goes, yes. I go, does that happen instantaneously? And again, he said yes. I'm like, good, I count on it. And everybody kind of looked at me like, your health isn't that great. I don't think that you thought that through. And I was like, So I took my action of rushing over to fall on McGruff's body to heal him. As Lily attacks me, because I can't cast spells as a dire wolf, she attacks me as I rush over, changing me back into Lilac, which is an action that I would have had to take, and that would have been my only action, is coming out of the dire wolf. So, in my genius in that moment, and I don't know how it came to me, is to let her take the opportunity attack, which would have done enough damage. I only needed like a point or 2 damage to knock me out of that dire wolf, to then fall on McGruff and take my action, because my action would no longer be getting out of my beast form. So I was very proud of myself. I'm still very new to D&D. I was still super proud of myself for that moment. But anyways, I'm going to try to do these daily, just a little check-in, just a little blurb. I've been wanting to do videos, but I haven't known what to talk about. So I guess, like today, something will come to me. And so, nothing much has happened today, but I told you about our last Monday session, which hopefully this week going back into Mad Mage, and I play I play an otter folk or a Weirdling rogue. I'm an otter. I'm essentially an otter person. All my dreams have come true, and I am playing an otter, and it is awesome. So I'm this badass little otter. I'll maybe put a photo, show you a photo next time when I'm not driving. And I have a beast companion named Toad. Toad is a giant badger who is much larger than me, and that, in my opinion, is hysterical. And I often ride Badger. I call him Badger or Toad, whichever one. I just thought it'd be funny if his name was Toad. No idea. But I honestly feel like it's Sir Didymus, and I feel like his name is Archimedes or Ambrose, I believe is his name. In Labyrinth, very much that kind of feel for the badger. For me, I'm like Robin Hood in otter form, I guess. But that's it for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful Memorial Day off. Don't forget to take a moment to remember those we've lost and those that are still here. Thank you for your service. Bye now.